allow the children
It's okay. It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay.
She
Off your mind. Off your mind.
like me.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we loud, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say, make we no talk. But thank God say, Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man.
Hello there.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀, làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀, làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Lówó ṣe ń lọ ní Maiyegun dá wa sí. Àṣírí ọ̀tẹ̀lù kì í kó níbẹ̀ o. Bó bá ṣe àní Maiyegun máa wí. Ó sì tún ṣe wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun diary politico.
Thank you so much for joining me.
Godfatherism.
Please read beyond the caption of the broadcast. Read the description of the broadcast. Like it, share it, to invite your friends, your not so friendly friends. Tell everybody that Maiyegun today. It is brunch time with Maiyegun. Àmọ́ today.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì í. Àní ẹ̀sùn ra kì í. Lórí Facebook.
The news is that because of Ogun State court judgment, which is like Ogun State's court case that awarded 74 4 million euro to a Chinese company whose contract got terminated in Nigeria, in Ogun State, since 2016. So they went to court and they won. And now a French court has ordered that at least all of the Nigerian government properties in any maybe 500 radius mile are being confiscated, including Thiefnubu's at least expected presidential jet. Read the rest of the description, please. Share it if you haven't already. Gandollar's wife. So good morning to you once again, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. This is Maiyegun's Brunch Time live. It's just an intro. Few years back, 20 years ago, a man that later became the symbol of executive lawlessness, executive financial recklessness, corruption. If you are looking for, the image of corruption, if you are writing a thesis on corruption, or you are doing a research on corruption, and you need a cover photo of what, the moment you give the book to anybody, they will say, is this book about corruption? Gandollar. He was a member or a delegate to national conference called by Obasanjo in 2005. And Gandollar, who later became the deputy governor of Kano State, 8 years a governor of Kano State, and now the national chairman of APC, Egbekegbe. Number one, if you are not a criminal or you have a criminal record, you can never get anywhere closer to Thiefnubu. Go and take a look at everybody around him. So Gandollar, about 20 years ago, 19 years ago, Gandollar was a delegate at a national conference where they were discussing on how Nigeria should coexist, including how what should be the punishments for those who loot public treasury. Death sentence was Gandollar's proposition at the time. So that is where we are going to start today. Because you see, in Nigeria, when you have a BVN, what is your BVN, by the way? Biometric verification what? I don't know. Anyway, shall you have BV number, Abi? You have BVN. So this BVN is like a security kind of a check. Sure, you get, if you have a bank account, it is linked to all your stuff. Bank account, driver's license, phone number, your mobile number, stuff like that. Sure, you get. Meanwhile, the criminals in charge of Nigeria, especially Kano State, Ajia, you see this Ajia Natifo. Ajia Natifo. Now, this Ajia was the Gandollar's wife, Kano State First Lady, for 8 years. It was her son that actually, dropped a card. Yeah, it was her son. On the level they looted Kano State. I don't know if this statement should be applicable to them. Gandollar called for death sentence at the national conference, national confab of Nigeria. Listen.
And the ICPC Acts allow offenses of corruption and financial crime to be bailable. This situation does not help the fight against corruption, Mr. Chairman. If a suspect standing trial for the offense of corruption is sure of his or her freedom or liberty when arraigned before a court of law, the fear of committing corruption is diminished. Moreover, an accused person standing trial for corrupt offense with his liberty and freedom, can adopt every available means to frustrate prosecution of the case. In this respect, Mr. Chairman, I recommend that the offense of corruption and financial crime should be made non-bailable in our courts. The fear of remaining in prison custody during the period of trial in court can serve as deterrent to people that intend to commit offense of corruption. Also, Mr. Chairman, I recommend that high-level embezzlement of public funds and in financial institutions should attract death penalty, as obtained in countries like the People's Republic of China. Intervention number 2, Mr. Chairman. My second intervention is again on the report of the Anti-Corruption Reforms Committee. The committee recommended that you, Mr. Chairman, instead of asking them to pay you something, probably the government has to pay them for inconveniences. Even those who seem to be rich, their riches are affected by multiplier effects that will have legal implications. In my opinion, such investigations may be cumbersome. Authentic records may not be available, and the whole exercise may be bogged down by witch hunting, seemingly creating more problems than it could solve. In this respect, Mr. Chairman, I object to the investigation of the past executives with effect from 1966 as recommended by the Committee on Anti-Corruption Reforms. There are sufficient laws to deal with those having foreign accounts. Intervention number 3. Mr. Chairman, another intervention is on the report of the Committee on Human Rights and Social Security. The report of this committee recommended to the conference for government for the Federation to implement the report of the Human Rights Violation Investigation Commission, popularly known as APUTA panel. I respectively object to the demand that the conference should recommend to the government to implement the APUTA panel. Mr. Chairman, the APUTA panel was purely an administrative panel established by government in order to address individual and national grievances of the past and to offer reconciliation where possible. At this juncture, we must admit, and the ICP.
That was Gandollar 19 years ago, before he was given the key to Kano State's treasury. And what did he do? I know he is famous for that dollar video that he was talking, price of dollar bills into his barbarica, while the journalist that was paying, the undercover journalist that was, covering that with his secret camera, made that public. You know what happened? This was the reason why Lamido Sanusi got removed as the emir. And then the emirate got broken into 5 by Gandollar. This was his own way of fighting back. But Gandollar was the only one you thought probably was looting. No, it was the entire family. His wife, the one where they wear hijab, this one, Ajia, they will tell you she is the symbol of motherhood. Every woman should try and be like, I bet those who are watching me from Kano right now probably called her or still call her mama, mommy, or mama. I don't know. What do you call her, Gia? Mama. And guess what? That woman, this woman, just because she is the wife of a governor, right? She was collecting over 100 million naira every month. That must be contributed and donated to 44 accounts, Baba. This woman opened 44 bank accounts because her husband was governor. 44 bank accounts for 44 local government areas of Kano. So each local government area has to pay something inside that bank account. And every month, a total of 124 million was what she gets every month. And that's just from that one is just like, contributions that they never have to, get paid off. That one is just to say, okay, all of you, mama need money, and mama go collect from your allocation before we give you the rest. Mama will take so and so. See, Barika de Sala, Ranka de Mandala, Ejeki Mamamu. So local government's money that they traced to her, and this 44, Baba, in her name, these are not just like a bank account in people's names. No. In her name, Guanzua Bikilorukwe Gandollar. They will tell you, these are supposed to be the example of good women that are supporting their husband. And it was their son, it was her son. I was like, God knows, maybe not sharing formula cause wahala. It was the son that actually dropped the mother's pass to EFCC. So the husband is standing trial, and immediately after after he left the office of governor, Thiefnubu quickly made him the chairman of APC, so as to kind of protect him from anything that may be coming. Immediately they lost power in Kano. Kano State has one of the highest number of out-of-school children in Nigeria. The entire Kano State has over 2.8, nearly 3 million out-of-school children in Kano alone. Do you know what that 20 billion that they took from the local government areas could do? Somebody said that if they start giving that money to those who need medical care in Kano State alone, they can give each person 20,000 naira just to go and buy medication or what have you. And 1 million people, in fact, 500,000 people can be given 40,000 naira from that money just to go and get medication. There is another one. That one is the commissioner for water resources or something. You know what that one did? That one opened 2 special accounts. I'm sorry, 2 companies. And these 2 companies, they have like about 6 different accounts. Now, he's the commissioner for water resources, Kano State. So, his own 2 companies that he opened, immediately he became commissioner. The 2 companies he opened started receiving contracts to supply diesel to all the water works in the states. The water plants in the states. Even though they were collecting money to buy diesel, which was to pump water. And we are talking about every month writing the check of 300 million, 200 million for diesel. Kano State. Meanwhile, there is no running water in the entire Kano State, except the ones drilled by the people themselves. There is no government water in the entire Kano State. But for straight 8 years, these 2 companies, they were supplying diesel to the Kano Water Corporation, Kano State Water Corporation. That was their own contract. And that one enjoyed that. That one is running into over 80 billion naira. That out a singular guy as commissioner of water, that one looted. So now they've paid people on social media to go out there and try and, say, oh, no lie. All of that is a lie. People don't believe them, right? And this were the people who believe that, what do you call it? Alcohol is haram. Drinking alcohol is haram. Give me all those dia haram. Book is haram. But when it comes to the pedophiles who are raping children in the name of marrying them in northern Nigeria, it is not haram. When it comes to kidnapping and raping women, even sodomizing children, boys, that's not haram. It doesn't really get them enraged. Looting the public treasury like this is not haram. But if you insult Muhammad, jihad, blood, kill them. You insulted our prophet. You insulted this or that. But things that really affect them, they have made them. They have sensitized them or so. That means they have made them so much like insensitive to what really should matter to them, but inconsequentials. While these thieves parading themselves as their leaders, unfortunate souls, they say. So Obasanjo says something about their greed. I'm coming back to Kano. And then Shehu Sani has come out. You know, they said that the salary of a senator officially was actually 750,000 naira. But now they said RMFAC or so, RAMFAC, they said the salary of a senator is 1 million naira, right? But what happened to other illegal allowances? So in their response to when Obasanjo said, you guys are so cool, you are so mean. Like you can see how the whole country is going, right? But you guys still had the audacity to increase your own salaries, allowances, and all of that. They said, no, Obasanjo is lying. They used their media to say, okay, how much they collect? It's 1 million naira. So now 1 million, because of 1 million naira, they kill people to become senators. Really? Here is a Shehu Sani's post on that.
Since 1999, since the restoration of democracy in Nigeria, we have had a series of sessions of the National Assembly. And one thing that has remained shielded from the public knowledge has been the allowances, the payment, and the finances of the parliamentarians. And when I went to the Senate in 2015, I, first of all, was one of those on the field as an activist, always calling for the Senate to open its books and the need for transparency and openness for people, taxpayers particularly, to know how much their own representatives are earning. It was on the basis of that as a senator in 2017, I disclosed that I found out that my account was credited every month with 13.5 million naira. And that was separate from the salary, which at that time was 750,000. So when any person is elected into the parliament, whether as a senator or as a member of House of Reps, there are three categories of payments he receives. Yeah. The first one is the salary. During our time was 750, and then the 9th Senate was almost 850, and then this 10th Senate, they have 1 million. And then the second payment is the running cost of office. It is money that is credited to your own account, and you are expected to retire the items listed for the running cost. And at that time, we were given 13.5, and I think the 9th Senate, they had something like 15 or 16 million. And then now revealed by Kawul Smiler that they are on 21 million. And the third payment a senator or member House of Reps get is the constituency projects funds. But in that case, you are not given this large sum of money because each legislator, it depends on the zones you come from. If you are from the Northwest, at least during our time, you get like 250 million per annum. But the differences between the salary, the running cost, and the constituency funds is that constituency funds are domiciled in a government agency, whether ministry, department, or agency of the federal government. And there you'll be told that you have such amount of money with us, and then you are going to submit a list of items you want that money to be spent on. So some senators will choose to build hospitals and schools, roads. Some will say they want to do empowerment programs in their own constituency and all sorts of things. And that has been the case. And then problem emerged when there was opacity in terms of no transparency in the way the constituency funds were managed. So for that, there was an innovation introduced during the Buhari administration that ICPC was mandated to monitor those projects. So, but the point is that I don't think the ICPC has that manpower and the time to go the whole country looking for projects that were executed by a senator. So basically, what Kawu Smaila did was to simply second what I did many years ago by disclosing the amount. So when I had the Resource Mobilization and Physical Allocation Commission making claims that senators are only given 1 million naira, and I saw that in the statement which they made, they mentioned my name, refuting what I said. But I'm happy that Kawu Smaila has vindicated me, and I insisted that running cost is also part of the payment to a senator because it is not credited to the account of your office, it's credited to your personal account. So how will you separate that? And I heard what he was saying, that legislation should be asked, where does the money come from? Well, if I am a senator and money comes to me, it's not for me to be asking where the money comes from. As far as my account is credited and I have to do what I need to do. I think the issue now is that this matter has brought more light to the conversation on the need.
Country where no get money. You are hearing it, Avi. You, their voters, their constituents. Yeah, we are paid 1 million, then maybe 21 million, then another 13 million. Then annually, they also give us money called the constituency project allowance. Shebi, they told you that they never see the money, they don't touch the money. Now the money get paid into their bank account straight up. So they will now say, okay, tell us what you want to do with your own money. So a senator can just be like, I want to buy grinding machine, but there is no electricity. It doesn't matter. Okay, let us buy the one with tatapuku. I want to buy, I want water buckets for my constituents. Then the rest of the money, you can just go and flex, and others can just take it and never even announce it. So here is that's how it's called the institutional corruption. And he said, why should I ask where the money come from? Baba, if anyhow money enter in my bank, when I was still working for Sky, so when I left Sky, so they had to kind of pay me like 3 months, there's this way they do things, okay? They will say, it's up to you if you want it, okay? Let's say you are leaving and there's this savings that we put away, okay? So they will now kind of have to pay you this, if you want to take it as a lump sum, or you want them to pay you like 3 months after you've left the work or the job. So they will now have to pay you. So even though you've left the job, but you still get paid, even like a lot of money, I still get paid. Then in the process, let's say I was supposed to be paid £6,000. So it was supposed to be like a 2,000. Now let's say this month, it says £6,000 instead of 2,000. So I may actually believe that, oh, well, I thought you were going to pay my money 3 times in 3 months. Maybe they just paid me once. Good. The following month, I received another money, £2,000. Okay. Maybe I said this one a mistake. Oh. Then the last month, I received another £2,000. I was like, that time you go no say you go pay them back. You will pay every penny back, every. So maybe 4 or 5 months after that, they send me a letter. We overpaid you. So we needed to make arrangements on how you are going to repay back 4,100 and something. I was like, oh. Sure you get. So there is no way money will come to your bank and then you just continue spending it. It's impossible, except maybe in that place. Now you are a senator, right? 250 million. Of course, you know where the money was coming from. So then you can just, I think he used his own money to buy transistor radio. I remember that picture anyway. But yeah, that's how much these guys make in a year. I've said this before here, and that's the one that they call official. If you put everything together, each senator takes home in Nigeria more than 500 million naira every month. I mean, every year, more than 500 million. Now that they've added now that we know that the constituency allowance is paid into their bank accounts, they lied. They said, no, they only ask us to bring projects. We don't even see the money. And he just told us, no, we did see the money. They see the money. And when the money entered their bank, they can talk about when they're going to pay. I mean, they are going, whatever they want to do with it.
Is what Obasanjo said is it not true? Is he happy the way the country is today? Mm-hmm. What is bad about Obasanjo saying that senators are earning too much? And that's why I totally disagree with Ramfak. Who is Ramfak to talk about? I would believe Senator Shehu Sani that served in the Senate.
He said 13.5
yes,
million.
More than Ramfak. And if Ramfak says 1 million, that's on paper. Which senator will spend billions in an election to go and be anyone 1 million? It's not possible. Because I was just doing the calculation.
Rufy on fire!
It's true now.
They spend money for the good, they have them in interest.
So you will spend your billions to run an election to be any 12 million. That money is not even enough for one night with their girlfriends.
Hey, God, Rufy.
It's not even enough for some of the high-class girlfriends they carry. What are we saying? Oji.
I'm listening.
I calculated the amount.
Go ahead.
That their big Prado Jeep that they gave them 160 million. If they are to fill up that Prado, it's 93 liters. So if they are buying 800 naira per liter or 850, it's close to 81,000 naira. And let's say they fill it up once or twice in a month. That's over 200. That means the money is gone. Which senator will go to the Senate because they are collecting 1 million naira a month? It's not possible for these senators. So I believe Shehu Sani more. So there's a difference between what is on paper and what is real. What is real is that they know that, and I'm happy you quoted Sergio Ogun.
Yeah.
That was even in the House of Rep, not even in the Senate.
Yeah, it's House of Rep, I was saying.
So you are saying all of these are our senators.
Allowance.
All of these are our senators will be going.
Yeah.
I remember House of Rep sitting allowance as a 1999 alone was 14,000. 14,000 in today's money. As a 1999, adjust for inflation in today's money, he's going to hundreds of thousands. So what are you saying? They will go and sit down there for 1 million. They should stop deceiving us. But the truth of the matter is, they must be able to cut all of this allowance. And you forget they've also increased their money. They must be able to cut all this allowance at the expense of the suffering people. Shehu even further now stated that they will now tell them there's a constituency project. Just go and say how much you want. And you divert your constituency. It's not most of those constituency projects that they collected that they didn't do, that we saw their secret during NSAS. Didn't, what is it called? This ICPC conducted an investigation. Couple of years ago, we took those stories extensively on this table.
Yeah.
How lawmakers were diverting constituency projects. What came out of that investigation? Babolo is a Babosha situation.
Baboshas. Tell us what that means again.
Baboshas. Also not.
Well,
so
all right.
let's stop deceiving ourselves. Don't send it to, I repeat.
Don't forget the prayers to emails.
Prayers to email. Let's not forget hardship allowance. I repeat, or you quote me anywhere. No senator will spend billions of naira to campaign senatorial election to go and be any 1 million naira in the Senate. Right. You should come and challenge me. I tell it to them.
Allowances. I am Vimbai. I'd like for you to discuss this as well as the other ones. In another development, President.
You get that now. So they are still there, and they can get away with all of that because, yeah, the poorest of the poor who are screaming hunger. We are hungry. We are hungry. They can't actually process that like 160 million naira car, 300 million naira constituency project. Akpabiole alone collected 180 billion naira, saying he won't buy freezer for his own constituents as constituency project. 180 something billion. Only him. So they're going to tell you, say, other senators go just stay there. They collect 200 million constituency project, 500 million constituency project. It is just like a bazaar. And they don't even like, I mean, imagine if all of them actually uses the money for constituency projects, you know, community clinics, and like they hire doctors, hire nurses, teachers, extra nurses, extra doctors, you know, specialists and all that from their constituency project, fill up all the dispensaries, the, what do you call it? The clinics, and fill them with, you know, enough medicines for people that could take care of the people. Like, go in there, you are collecting 500 million naira constituency project in a year, and you cannot pay people 200,000 naira to teach children on subjects that they don't have teachers in the communities, your constituent. Do you even understand what that would mean, like, overall, if everybody have to do something like that? Or you decide to just make sure that in my area, we are like agrarian area, we've got farmers. I'm going to buy them tractors. Once I get paid my constituency allowance, we're going to grade like 15,000 hectares of land. We want to grow, you know, like do something that impacts their lives. Not buying them wheelbarrows, not constructing one solar street lights, for 110 million naira. Kilo dinner, the beru along, like, But rather, once they get the money, they will leave Nigeria. They fly out of Nigeria. Sometimes they fly out with their families. Sometimes it's just with girlfriends, boyfriends. They just get out there, go and spend money, buy they will change the money to dollars, then it becomes change. Okay. So then they go out there and just like, hey, God damn it, man. Anyway, whatever they are doing, just know that it is because you allow that. Let me show you something. This one is like, you know, another open secret from Zamfara State. I don't know if some of you remember when Patawale, the one that is that was the former governor, was the governor of Zamfara. Now he's the Minister of Defense in Nigeria. The guy that is accused of funding and sponsoring, which is shielding terrorists. These are the payment vouchers raised by this guy on different projects that never happened. They never happened. These are documents from the office of the governor. Are you with me? They are not, they are not secret. They are like open documents. People from that state have been sharing this to show that even though the person who looted all this money is a minister now, is a minister. Baba, they issue payments for projects where no exist. Project that doesn't, like, they don't exist. And they raise millions and millions of naira and paid these SPV companies. He's a minister now in Nigeria under under Thiefnubu. So you cannot, if you don't have criminal record, you can't work for Thiefnubu. If you are not an active criminal or a retired criminal or an aspiring criminal, you cannot work for Thiefnubu. And that is one of the reasons why you will know that when they are done with you. Remember that guy that got arrested yesterday? The one that come from Vanu, what's the name of that country again? That Kaduna guy that was wanted by the Interpol for terrorism funding, gun running. The guy that they said this was in possession, is in possession of late Libyan leader Gaddafi. Gaddafi's gold. Right. Guess what? I was wondering, like, this face look familiar. Would you Benny look familiar? Does this face look familiar? This Wireyi Mumojuyi, APC ni boy. Terrorists o, treasury looters o, certificate forgers o, àwọn baranda, GPT, kápáyàn, àwọn apààyàn, jíyàn gbé, kidnappers, organ traffickers, human traffickers. If you are looking for where they are cohabiting, it is APC. Ẹgbẹ́kẹ́gbẹ́, bọ́bọ́ yẹn ọmọ APC ni now. You see, Antikolu, Ribadu, Gbajabiamoran. Look at them. And then him, after he was arrested, with the passport of Kikubu Abinkon. APC is a weapon fashioned against you. But a lot of you haven't discovered that yet. I pray you live long enough to discover that. This happened in Lagos at Orile yesterday. The local terrorists in Lagos, they did this.
They robbed the day of the They all loot the passengers of that vehicle. This one an anger matter. They say they seize their Okada. They say they shot one of the Okada men.
Bọ̀bọ̀ tí mò ń bá gbé àkùkọ má ti tọ̀ sí ara òbí ilé ẹ̀kọ́ pé àwọn ọmọ mẹ́tọ̀ ọmọ àjọṣọ́wọ́ èdè owó ní.
Sir, this is the bus 216 that was attacked while we were coming from my two going to the island. All of a sudden, the incident happened. There were a lot of boys throwing stones at the bus while we were loading. There were passengers as well going down to the island. Actually there was traffic, so we thought there was normal traffic, so we were going. All of a sudden we saw boys, plenty of them coming down from Ogile, coming down to Alaba. So the next thing, they stopped the first two buses before ahead of us. Then they faced the BRT buses. They said, I'm about bus again, I want it. Then they start shelling the bus, throwing stones. This is what happened. This is the bus. So I got to do the video. So everybody was robbed inside the bus as well. We were all robbed, collected our phone. I have to use someone else's phone. Some of the staff was injured, the POS, the vendors as well. So now the enforcement was there. So we had that the incident happened due to the Lamata enforcement that was trying to... So this is the bus 216. Everywhere was all glass broken. So gbé bag here. Oh, gbé. What's gbé bag here? You have a call. You have a call.
It's 9:35 in the morning, August 15, 2024. This is Alaba station of the First Rapid Transit area. Vehicular traffic is free-flowing. BRT buses could be seen, and even the train services are on of the blue line rail, which could clearly see moving about. Men of the Lagos State Task Force are clearly seen monitoring proceedings, ensuring public order is maintained across the area. Alaba bus station. The blue line rail services also just passing by.
That was Alaba. But Orile, before Alaba, that was where the local terrorists, Agberos, who were so angry that Lamata confiscated their bikes and they went on rampage. And they started robbing. Well, they got a public, that's a government bus, BRT. So they attacked it, attacked the passengers in it, robbed them, collect their phones, bags, and all of that, vandalized the entire bus, and then disappeared. Do you know that, I don't know if you are aware of this, so at least all of you are with the Lagos. Do you know that the Thiefnubu, Sanwo-Iku is going to cancel downfall in the entire Lagos state from next month? Are you aware? They don't postpone now. So in case if we are still going to see more riots and all of that stuff like that, coming from people who are going to be disgruntled, I'm just asking, are you aware that it's impossible, Abi? Okay. At least you won't pretend that you are not aware. If you are not aware before now, you are, right? So the government of Lagos State are removing downfall from the streets. So if your papa get downfall and he never sell them, you may have to actually relocate to like Oshogbo to Ede, on those places where if you use your downfall. All those yellow buses are no longer going to be on the street of Lagos, they say. Well, they will start it from September, which is next month, I believe. Meanwhile, there was this couple whose video just went viral a few days ago, last week. It was a lady, a husband, their children, 2 kids, shown to be returning to Nigeria, God knows from where. But the whole scenario was that she shredded her husband's passport. So initially I was like, no, how could anybody even do that? Like, what the hell? But you know now, the social media in-laws, don't blame her. Don't blame her. Even myself, I would do more than that. You don't know what the woman is going through. Only God knows what the man did to her. That the woman knows that this is Nigeria, blah, 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 sha. But I saw that and I kind of shared it to like, why would you do that? Like in front of the immigration at the airports. Do you remember the video now? Okay, don't worry. I have it.
Just commands. Let's go. Commands. If you want to sleep there, you sleep there. Come and go. This is Nigeria.
Voila. Bros, just take her easy. Just take her easy. No. That one don't do. No talk, you be mad. You be mad. As no talk, you be okay. As no talk, be okay. No, I saw you be for side flight since. No, so you be side flight since.
So they say now from inside the flight, they act up and all of that. And people were like, a lot of people, social media in-laws, they had all their opinions. And then they said, but that was even illegal. You cannot tear your passports. It's a crime. Even if you have to do it, you don't have to make a video of it, okay? And they came out 24 hours later and she started crying. I won't show you that one because it's pure nonsense, right? Why I did what I did at the airport. People don't know what I've been through. You don't know what I've been going through. And only me taking care of 2 children abroad. Do you think it's easy? So when I came back, I'm just so tired. I'm just so tired. Is that why you? Yes, that's why I decided to tear the passport. What the heck? There people kept saying, no, they can't just do that. No, they can't just do that. Social media, they have to be arrested. You have to arrest them. Arrested. Then they came out and said, no, we wanted to start a family prank stuff or something. Like it was just a prank. It wasn't real. You see the online in-laws, they were on the side of the woman that only God knows what that man they do. That men are very, very. And others are like, you need to divorce her. Any woman, any wife that does that, tear my passport, I would divorce her. All these online in-laws, they became more disappointed, angrier. Why would she do that? So it's all for prank. It's all this or that. Story sharp plenty. So because I want to start YouTube channel, because I want to start TikTok channel, I've been a Facebook channel. Is that why you decided to kind of create that kind of stunt? But the Nigerian immigration, people will be saying they don't even get anything to do before. I want to go find out more. Now, yesterday they moved out to Abuja. So go and stand trial for defacing Nigeria passports. So skit don't turn real. People will talk say skit don't turn real. She's in Abuja now though.
Airport taxi this way. All your taxi this way. All taxi this way. Care for taxi. Right on to the car park for your taxi.
Can I drop your phone, please? Okay.
this is a prank gone wrong. Skate, fun real. And the husband is here. Now, you know, there is this a problem that a lot of researchers have sort of disclosed, kind of, and that is social media attention seeking syndrome, something like that. You know, there are people who are really, really addicted to just social media attention from strangers, people who don't really care about if they exist or not. For no reason. And if you have it in a family, sure you get now. Like, it's good if you have couples who have a talent. And there are couples who are actually like really, really talented, you know, peers that could give you content that you'd be like, And then you see those who have no talent, no nothing, no, just some kind of a miserable attention-seeking stunts. That sometimes you'd be like, this one's adult, Sha. Have you? I know it's social media. At least you've seen some of those videos, right? And you'll be there like, this one's. They know they talk to. They don't get anybody advisor for their family or something. Or sometimes you just be like, man, I feel sorry for this husband, though. You know, those women that always drag their husband into all of some of. You get what I mean? I like chasing clout on social media. Like you will say you are a mother, you are a wife, right? You don't get talent, you don't get anything, but you just want shahad there on social media, that's everybody's face like that. And they will do anything for attention, anything. They may stage just fighting their husband just to get attention on social media. And then you do, what is all this? Now it is a prank. It's a prank. The husband is in on it, but you can easily spot how uncomfortable either partner will be. Maybe the wife that will just be totally uncomfortable. It may be the husband that's totally uncomfortable, but they shall just have to play along because one of them is social media cloud chasing addict. So the husband is there, brought their children on, and then here, explaining to us what went wrong. Please, they've taken my wife. Please, we were just playing.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending where you are watching us from, depending of your time. This is Joja Family TV 1. As that, the love still was. I'm here with my keys to send a message of appeal to the public of Nigeria, to the whole world also, that what my wife told is not passport. Please be a blogger. When you are blogging, blog and blog well. Don't blog to spoil things. Please. She never torn my passport. She never spoiled my passport. My passport is intact. We are doing a skit. It's a skit. This is somebody's story of what happened that we are passing to the world. But I don't even know that maybe it will go to the way that the blogger will not take it to another standard. Please, I'm begging the national TV, the Daddy Freeze, and so many which I cannot remember. That, please, I'm begging everybody. This is not maybe passport she tore. If actually she tore a passport, I was the one that bent down to pick it. Please, I'm begging everybody now. I believe the immigration have seen my passport, that my passport is intact. Nobody should just try and drag this thing to the mud. Please. These are my kids. Jeff and Joella, tell the world, please, they should try and understand. Or I say, please.
Please, go to my daddy's side, please.
Okay. You heard him and you heard our sister, the sister.
Baba, I really, really feel sorry for the kids. But if I have those two as parents, and I look back in the future and I'm like, Daddy, were you under a spell? Or you are under the drug? Are you on drug? Were you on drug when you were making that video? Now I ain't don't turn on to their TV now. Hi everyone. If probably the guy is even watching Maiyegun's diary, because now they always they greet you now. Akineku. Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, good evening to you from wherever you are watching. Or do you have other people who do that? Sometimes I kind of feel embarrassed, like, oh, I just have to repeat this again. I didn't know that Ujeja Family TV self, don't they do good morning, good afternoon, good evening, please now. Oh God, you. Anyway, I'm just saying, Sha, like it's normal how people greet, okay? So now when I heard that, I was like, Here you get. So it's so funny when I heard that. So immigration, it was, you see him and said, please tell everybody, tell them that, what Daddy said is true. Come on, man. Baba, there was a time we say men used to go to war. You get? Men like us, we were like, we used to go to war, we would get ready to go to war. But now our men are now like, gosh. Anyway, people have to do what they have to, but please, for all of your clout chasing, whatever on social media, it is ideal if you have family, like if you have children, please, for the sake of your children, right? I mean, I'm not going to say people shouldn't do what they have to do if that makes them happy. But anything that you're going to do that your children are never going to really be happy, they're never really going to be proud of you. Yeah, and in the future, please don't. Okay, you can do all your prank. I've seen people who are doing pranks that they are collecting stuff from police officers or trying to collect gun from police officers. What is wrong with you? Yeah, no get sense, no get brain, no get talent to create content that can put you out of danger. You won't be like all these guys in all these Western countries, right? This is where force is almost the last resort. Nigeria is a place where you can lose your life just like that. Travel to Nigeria and then is it even skit? I'm not even sure it is, because the first video, the guy making the video was like, that's the same thing that's been happening on the plane, and the woman made a video and she was crying. The guy also made a video and it was like, that's how my wife always, that's what she does. And I just found out that, they were starting a TV, family TV. Now, what do you want to teach your children with that? Family TV. There are some of them too. You see them abroad like that, right? And then you'll be like, she buy to your law. She abroad like really know what buy to your law. And there should be some little things that should at least that Yoruba call not your humanity worship. See me where choose this one now. I know say this one where I choose. Now jail. I know I'm. Therefore, I put my face towards it enough that, any one of them that is coming for me, okay, they can easily just say, okay, yeah, we are sending you to jail. I know I'm. So whatever you want to stand for, whatever you want to choose, just don't put your children in that kind of situation where they have to kind of for. If they talk, say the government of Nigeria kidnap me right now, even my family members will be proud. I say, we know I'm saying I am one in they go last. The people were in the tackle. If they no kill them, they go jail them. Sometimes they will even be happy for me that last they don't go jail. I know, I'm just saying, they will be devastated. My family will be so devastated. So that's why I won't put myself in the harm's way, in the hands of the terrorists, criminals who are supposed to be in jail. make them condescend people like me to go out to their gulag. Nah. So yeah, be careful of the kind of a prank you go out there to play. Here is one. This morning, in fact, it started from yesterday evening. There is hang on, no. I have something I have to put on the screen there. All right, don't worry. I can flex it, I'll mix it up. But before that, let me share this with you. This is just like a reaction from the subversive act or something it's called. That bill that weary, crooked Dabas was trying to pass to send all of us to jail for making them uncomfortable or for refusing to sing the national anthem and all that, right? So I'll use this prop to speak first, and I'll come back to the story of how Ogun State's debt of 74.4 million euro due to dubious debt was criminal. And when he was setting up his own criminal enterprise in Ogun State, he cancelled the long-term agreement that the Chinese company signed with Ogun State government in their Ogun Free Trade Zone. Dubious Dapo cancelled it. They sued Ogun State in a UK court. The UK court gave approval that the Ogun State government should pay a certain amount of money to this Chinese company. Ogun State government dubious Dapo lost. But in their usual Nigeria way, they just ignore the judgment. Now, the guy now realized that the president of Nigeria always go to France. That is a Thiefnubu. He went to France, instituted a case that the government, one of the federating unit of Nigerian states, is owing them 75 million euro, and they want the money, and there is no way they can get that money from them. So they wanted a French courts to give a judgment that they could take all your planes. 3 planes have been confiscated in France as we speak until they pay that money. Now, if you say the plane where Thiefnubu use your money to buy, you're likely not going to, he's not going to use it anytime soon, except they cough them, or they quickly go and, I don't know if they can still appeal, go and appeal that court judgment and stop any execution, or else. I'm coming back. Amadi.
Controversies that have trailed it before we go to the specifics of the bill, generally.
Well, first, I was a little bit surprised, but not too surprised. Well, first, I think that the contents of the bill, not just the intention, if you read the language, were too overbroad, even though the whole idea of the bill is problematic in terms of clear attempts to suppress freedom, basic freedoms, not even high-level freedom, basic ones. But I was surprised at the quality of the language. The language was so broad, not legalistic as expected. I mean, things like if you embarrass a public officer, not just at the level of president, they said local government, committee leaders, if you embarrass them. And I was looking at the language of Decree 2. When I was a young lawyer with Chief Gandollar, Decree 2, Decree 4, even then under the military, the Supreme Court had to find a way to say, well, before you can, ouster jurisdiction of the court, you have to comply with it. But those languages this language was much harsher, broader, all-inclusive than even Abacha's language. It was horrible. How would anyone on planet Earth in Nigeria today that is under 2 lock trap, the lock trap of development? Nigeria is de-developing. We're not even talking about developing. Stagnant economy, stagnant socio-political structure. So you needed to unlock development. Why would such a country, its leaders, focus on very broad control of speech? Even in China, let's not forget that the former president's wife talked about China's regulation of speech as a model for us when they're talking about hate speech. When they talk about the social media bill under Buhari. They don't have that kind of language. Embarrass public official. I mean, if you report that a public official stole money or fought
or brutalize a poor man and his wife in the village. That's embarrassing. And you go in for that. So it's tragic that today a speaker that has an array of very competent professionals around him would put his pen, his name to such very disgraceful language of a bill. So let's not forget intentment, which is basically a reaction against protest. But the language was too broad. So I was surprised by the language and that level of descent into very authoritarian language, even beyond authoritarians. I mean, some authoritarians are smarter and more restrained in the bills they bring, but this is unbelievable. But I wasn't surprised really, also because there's been a trajectory. Unfortunately, the APC, a party whose name suggests progressivism, since 2015 has had this romance with authoritarianism. Started with Buhari, we talk about the social media bill, they yanked us off from Twitter because the president made a terrible statement and people took him on, and Twitter allowed people to take him on. They say, oh, we're embarrassed. Nigerians, no more Twitter. I mean, these are very, very authoritarian things from a party whose name is progressive. So we've seen that dissent. We've seen the logic that says, oh, protests, people are complaining too much. So everything that the government is struggling with is how to try to, control speech, create a political unanimity. They are frightened about people's critique of program. There are like a fully paid up member of the inner cabinet said that the protest, you may disagree with the protest, you may disagree with the language, with the logic, but there's no way you should call a protest insurrection. So you describe a protest as insurrection and then go ahead to create anti-subversion law that criminalizes speech, procession. Again, look at that. It says you must have it's a crime to engage in illegal procession. So what's illegal?
Doctor, we'll come back to you really because controversies that have trailed in before.
You get that? That was on the crooked Abbas's illegal bill, nonsense bill called subversion bill to criminalize speech. You want to criminalize what I say, what people say, just because what it makes you feel like. So if I call you thief, because you are a thief, a public thief, or you feel embarrassed, so you want me to be jailed for calling you a thief. Are you not a thief? They decided that 160 million naira is the kind of car you need to drive about. Are you not a thief? That you are taking home over 500 million naira a year. Doing what? Are you not a thief, a criminal? So you want to criminalize what I say because I call you who you are. Or go kill you there. So for now, I mean, they call themselves progressives, okay? But they are not. They are progressives. Now, let's go to that Ogun State story. There is this company, a Chinese company. So I'm going to go study and where. It is called Zhongshan. People like pronounce it Zhongshan. There's a problem. Zhongshan, Loruko company. That's the name of the company. So they had a deal when we had this Olokola free trade zone in Ogun State. So some Chinese businesses came to Ogun State as far back as 2009, right? Then Ibikunle Omamoshi became the governor. So he kind of didn't shut down the Olokola per se. Now they signed a deal with this Zhongshan company. Now this Zhongshan company is export processing company. So they have their factory and all of that stuff set up in that free trade zone. So their job is to collect things from Nigeria that they paid for and take them to China. So process them, pay all the necessary payments, all the necessary dues and all of that. So they were in Ogun State. They were taking our our timber and the rest. How much she was making enough money. It did make so much money for like 8 solid years until 2016. Hang on, no. Yeah, it was 2016. Sorry. Then Amoshi changed the entire thing. He sacked them. So sacking them, they took the case to, they didn't even just take Ogun State to court. They just took the federal government of Nigeria, Nigerian government to court in the UK, the Court of Arbitration. Now, the Court of Arbitration now said the termination of their contract was totally wrong. Not the way it was done, by the way. And therefore, Ogun State had to pay them money. Now, they were in court until Amoshi left and Dubious Dakpo came in. Now, Dubious Dakpo, like other things, I think it just ignored the whole thing. So in 2021, is aware of the case, right? In 2021, a judgment was delivered that Nigeria, not Ogun State, so Nigeria should pay this company for all their losses and everything. They will have to pay them 74.4 million euro. But the problem was that who's going to pay? Who go pay? So they left it there since 2021. No appeal, no nothing. Until yesterday, when a court order, a court forfeiture or confiscation order came and put the Thiefnubu's presidential jet, the extra one they bought, and another one again that is going through a service or whatever in France. 3 aircraft that belong to the government of Nigeria are currently confiscated in France. I just read it there now that they said they are going to appeal the case now. They will appeal now 3 years after the judgment that initially said they should pay 74.4 million. So Dubious Dakpo and Co. This is embarrassment now. So it's that they kind of have to settle out of court, pay these companies some money, or pay them, if I know which one is pay them some money, pay the company the entire money they owe them, and then the court will lift the ban. Or they can find another court. At least Kolu lives in France, right? So Kolu can probably get another court order that will say, for presidential, it's embarrassed one here. Because Kolu is currently in Malabo, Equatorial Guinea, where he has pledged. I actually believe that Equatorial Guinea has their own oil, have you? Go Google up. So Equatorial Guinea, they get oil because Kolu is right there and signing a deal called oil exploration, whatever deal. So Equatorial Guinea, I'll go say Equatorial Guinea crude oil. I don't think so though, right? So Equatorial Guinea. See, they have their own crude oil. What is that license that Thiefnubu is signing with Equatorial Guinea? Where we know that it is actually the drug hub. Ogo, that is their president, has been the president of that place for like 25 years or 40 years. I think they have their own crude oil. So why is Kolu saying the Nigeria, Equatorial Guinea, they are signing oil and gas deal? Like, what does that even mean? I'll tell you more later, okay? So coming back from Equatorial Guinea, right? Here is one Kenyan lady that has some nice word for you, the Nigerian men. Those of you who have been to Kenya, they will, all of now, with the Nigerians with the Kenya, let's say the result of your handiwork are already out too. So here is one.
The excellence in the Nigerians needs to be studied. And I know I'm one person who has been on these internet streets campaigning seriously.
Hang on, no. I wanted to say, if you get all of this, what do you call it, Zulu, Abina, Soweto, Black South Africans, the xenophobic Black South Africans who are always like, you know, tell them that somebody from another Mother Africa has something to talk about Nigerians or Nigerian men?
The excellence in the Nigerians needs to be studied. And I know I'm one person who has been on these internet streets campaigning seriously for Nigeria and Nigerians as a people. But the excellence they strive to achieve in whatever it is they do needs to be studied. There is no industry in this God-green earth that there is no Nigerian that is flying on the highest level. Choose one. Show me one field where there's no Nigerian that is doing amazing. When you look at the medical industry, Nigerians. When you look at academia, Nigerians. When you look at authors and people who are writing amazing literature, Nigerians. When you look at fashion, Nigerians. When you look at content creation here on these internet streets that are from Africa, that have millions and millions of views, Nigerians. When you look at musicians, I was in Spain, Burna Boy is playing. I was in Greece, Burna Boy is playing. I was in Turkey, Spain, Belgium. Let me tell you guys, I don't know if it's something in the water or in the food or in the evil forest, but Nigerians need to share the secret with the rest of Africa because we need to move as a team. Because these people, their excellence is on another level. The people that I am obsessed with, like the people like I find inspiration from on this in the content creation industry, for example, here on the internet, like my auntie Fumi, Nigerian. The Jackie Ainas, Nigerian. People who are doing something that is on another level, like their work ethics, their hard work, their resilience, and their consistency is something else. I do not understand what it is about Nigerians that makes them so great at whatever it is they do. When you look at people who are cooking and chefs, Nigerians, the lady that broke the Guinness Book of Record for cooking the longest, Nigerian. When you look at makeup artists here on the internet that are doing amazing in their creativity in terms of makeup, Nigerians. When you look at innovation, like the beauty product topicals, it's owned by a Nigerian babe. When you look at real estate in America and other countries, the people, like black people who are doing great in those industries, Nigerians. There's this babe that I follow, I don't know her name, but she's in the luxury real estate. She's Nigerian. Do you know how inspirational that is for me as a Kenyan woman? Seeing my fellow black people or black women from Africa who have been limited like a majority of us, and they're doing great. Do you know what that does for you or does to you as an ambitious young woman who's also just trying to do life? Oh my goodness. For me, I look at Nigerians with nothing but admiration. I really want to visit Nigeria and tap in whatever it is they do, because that level of excellence needs to be studied. And I know maybe if I visit, I'm going to get like a different experience, which is fine. But I want to see Nigeria at its core and Nigerians at their basic place, and still get the inspiration that it doesn't matter where you come from. You can be anything you want. And I know every time I talk about Nigerians, other people from other African countries, they always feel like, oh, so does it mean you don't love your country or your country is not doing great? No, that's not the issue. You can celebrate somebody or give a compliment to someone without necessarily feeling inadequate. Just because you're giving somebody their flowers doesn't mean you're not good enough. And we need to start appreciating Nigeria for putting us on the map, because in most places you go, especially in this side of the world, you're asked, are you a Nigerian? Before they even ask you where you're from. And it can be like an feeling, but still, Nigeria, because of population also and other maybe geographical locations, etc., they are maybe more known. But at the end of the day, I don't get really annoyed being assumed to be a Nigerian before, because Nigeria is on a level that most African countries will wish to be. And I know there's the 1% and the 1% that also commit crimes, but still, here today, we are not talking about the bad stuff about Nigeria. And this is what the media on the West, in the West, tries to push so much, like Nigerians are scammers and whatever. But there are other people who are moving mountains with the limited resources they have, but they're doing amazing. For me, I do not understand this level of ambition and excellence. I don't know where it comes from. Is it your parents? Is it your upbringing? Is it your school system? Because I really want to tap into that. Is it the evil forest because I want to go there and stay there with the ancestors and talk to them? Maybe they, ginger me a little. Because for me, I am obsessed with this level of excellence. I don't know where it comes from, but Nigerians need to share the secret. Guys, we are...
I know some of you are like, what is she talking about? I know that feeling. But that's how some African countries, that's how they see Nigeria. And then they look at Nigerians, they will say, Nigeria will be like, may Nigeria not happen to me. They'll be wondering why. Well, you know why? She says something that maybe if she visits that same Nigeria, she's going to have a very different experience, which is true. But she didn't lie. It's just the only thing in what she's saying there is to attribute and say Nigerians. No, we are individuals who are to kind of survive on our own. Not because we are from Nigeria. No. In fact, the only thing Nigeria does to us is actually to deny us or cheat us those opportunities. And you see those ones, she's right, individually. When you go everywhere, Nigerians are excellent. Yeah, before majority of you became Americans and Canadians and, British, Germans, and the rest. You get what I mean? There's that thing, right? The individual success. She's right. You see Nigerians in the entertainment industry, you would think Nigeria is such a great country to produce these great guys. When you check their stories, they will tell you how Nigeria nearly killed those dreams. Wow, Nigeria system nearly denied them those opportunities. But by individual efforts and, then you see 1 out of 1,000. Before you see one Burna boy, there are already like 10,000 Burna boys who are riding Okada. Before you finally see that whiskey, there are like 10,000 whiskies who are already doing barbing salon. They are like cutting here right now. Before you see any of those superstar footballers, right? There are like tens of thousands of them who have wasted away. They didn't have to become superstars, but because of the field they choose, they could still have excelled if the system provide them the opportunity. So I get it when somebody is coming from outside Africa, outside Nigeria. It's the same way when some of you, whenever you say, hey, look at Ghana. Ghana is better than Nigeria. You go see Ghanaians, they go look at you like, sorry, which Ghana is this one talking about? Meanwhile, you will see a Ghanaian that arrived Lagos for the first time in his life. He's so happy. I've seen a blogger that arrived in Lagos. He was so happy. He was just making video. This is me, Lagos. Lagos. This is me, Lagos, Nigeria. Everybody, I am in Lagos, Nigeria, from Ghana. So I get it. Right? So don't get yourself so worked up that she's speaking from the position of somebody who just looked around like, despite all the hardship that everybody talks that they face, bad government from all these African countries, there is still no country in Africa that can present the best of anything like you have those from Nigeria. No other continent, no other place in Africa that can present the same amount of successful people in different fields like you have them from Nigeria. But their success is not systemic. That's the issue. Their system, including all the content creators you are seeing online, my dear Kenyans, dear Africans. You see all these people you see, Nigerians, you see online? They have to actually It's called when the poverty and the hardship, the situation in your country, rather than break you, just break out a talent inside you, and you just kind of discover some talent. There are those who started singing just because of hunger. Now, because of hunger, they sing. Oh, kangaroo, oh, kangaroo. I say, well, this guy get voice, oh. Come and sing for us. We'll give you some money. You get what I mean? People have talents, no doubt. But the system kills and destroys those talents. And see, Nigeria, if to say Nigeria get good system, where everybody has to do like you have in the United States of America, okay? Where everybody have to run their own affairs their way, and they want central big body. With the population of over 200 million people, we're supposed to be the United States of Africa. Nigerians are supposed to be, Nigerians, Nigerians are very, very proud people and very loud. If to say they get good government in it and a working system, Nigerians will be like Americans of Africa. Everybody go try hate them, but they go still love them because they are from a place that they have the biggest population, they have all the resources, they have a good system, and they have money. Do you know what Nigerians are loud people, Abi? And this is when I say Nigerians, I mean everybody will come from that contraption inside that place. It doesn't matter which part you come from, naturally. That's what Nigerians be. But now poverty can't make most people just cannot pretend like they come from good homes. They know the two they talk. No, everybody just behave new. So, dear Kenyan sister, we get your drift, okay? Somebody said she's been paid. Who told you? Maybe she's had a Nigerian boyfriend. Somebody just probably. Somebody is doing very nice to the sister. And sister was like, I'm going to make a video. How come you Nigerians are so... How come we are not like you? You don't want to be like us. Because majority of us don't look like what we have been through in the hands of the crooked criminals that destroyed that tech contraption. I'll leave it at that. I want to take call for like an hour. Okay? I want to take call for like an hour. And then we'll call it a noon. Then we'll meet again later. All right? So I've got a few things there as well. Maybe I should just share them. Okay. Don't worry. So thank you so much, everyone. In case if you have to leave, okay, I understand. But if you do really want to still be part of this when I open the line, yeah, sure. I'll take calls when I come back. So that's up to you. Speak in tongue. I have a caller, my first caller this afternoon. That will be you. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon, Maiyegun.
Good afternoon, sir. That's Adeza. Is that you?
Yeah, this is Adeza from Edinburgh. Yes.
Bless you, Baba. Good afternoon, though. Please.
How are you doing today?
I'm very well, oh. Thanks for asking.
All right. Well, let me start with the seizure of the aircraft. Whenever we say that our leaders, they are not proactive, there are some people think that we are just talking about our leader. A judgment that was delivered 3 years ago.
Since 2021.
And a judgment was awarded. You just go to bed and sleep. They just go to bed and sleep. Thinking,
like it's like like okay, say now UK court will come collect them from us. Oh, you can't collect them now. So they just went to bed.
Thinking that just as they used to oppress us here in Nigeria, they think that's how they can do everything and go scot-free. A judgment was delivered that they're supposed to follow up immediately. They didn't follow up. After 3 years, another pronouncement was made. They can't escape it. They will pay that money.
They pay the money,
or
they will sell the
or they fulfill the other. They don't know that the people are watching them. Understand? The people ensure that they have something they can hold back at home before that pronouncement was made. Do you understand?
I know. They've been probably monitoring them and they're like, you know what? The only place you can get attention, their president always go to France. If you trace that one, you can do that. And once the news hit Nigeria, they will be so shameful that they want to pay you right away.
This is a vindication of the cry of Nigerians. Understand? We'll be crying that we have leaders who do not know what they are doing. People think we abuse our leaders. So they have seen it now. They'll be running. This is medicine after death now. So I don't know how they're going to escape it. They have money. They will pay it.
They do.
Understand?
I mean.
Secondly, the issue of the senator, so rep member that fees their salary. Yesterday when I spoke, we talked about weak institutions and strong individuals. When we have a weak institution in Nigeria, in the country, that is the result of what we are going to see. It is an institution that fees salary for workers. The reps, the senator, they are workers, they are servants.
Yeah.
Understand? But they are now facing, they are now facing what they want to collect and what they don't want to collect. How many civil servants can determine their own salary?
None.
Apart from the Civil Service Commission. So when sometimes when Obasanjo speaks, people will criticize him. Yes, he's not an innocent man, but anytime he speaks on point. That he has made a mistake before, or he did something that went wrong before, does not mean he did something that's going bad. They can't speak about it. Understand?
I'm with you.
One particular area I take Obasanjo up mostly was the privatization of some of Nigeria enterprise that went into individual hands. I really take him up on that area. And some other areas have done bad. But whenever he came out to speak something, Nigerians will be abusing him, saying all manner of things. Why the man is on point? This is how they looted our money. Do you know that vehicle they bought for them, by the act of National Assembly, they are not entitled to that car?
No, they are not.
I don't know
they give them car loan. It's part of money they give them, car loan as well.
What is the act?
This kind of robbery before, Baba. Like, they give you car loan, right? You collect car loan. That means you should go and pay for a car that you like, Abi. Then you turn around and collect another 160 million naira vehicle.
I was waiting for EFCC. I was waiting for EFCC to go on there, but EFCC doesn't go. That's why the next crackdown in Nigeria will be between the EFCC and other security agencies versus Nigeria, because when this was announced, that time they bought that very vehicles, we expect that EFCC and ICPC should go into the system and unravel what went wrong, because their act do not require that amount of money. They were to pay some amount of part of their salary to buy the car themselves, not the country buying the car for them. So
they did buy
these are issues.
I mean, they did use the money, borrowed money to buy cars, and they are still collecting car allowance like loan. What the heck, man?
I was expecting that they should be asked to respond that money, taking the car or taking it from their salary, but nobody is talking about that one. No. That is how that one went. Secondly, on the statement made by that lady regarding the greatness of Nigeria, bros, let me tell you, we are very great people. It's bad leadership we have. And despite this bad environment, see how Nigeria thrives in all aspects of endeavor.
Now I get you. That's why I said that it's mostly individual based. Successes that you see associated with Nigerians you see today, right? I'm not saying all of them, right? Most of them are individual based, not systemic basis.
Yeah, because the system actually crushing us, but individual development has made us such a great people that people
resilient people.
You understand? So because the type of thing we endure as a Nigerian, I don't think there's any other part of the world that can endure it. Yes, anywhere we go, we stand out. Even when some of us we school here now, I came here as a student. We know how we stand out among other nations.
You know,
yes, we know how we stood out among other nations. So we are great people. Had it been, we have a good environment to support us. The whole world will envy us. We are so energetic, we are so strong, we are so intelligent in every areas of life. So I appreciate her for recognizing that. But some Nigeria who maybe were amazed to hear what that lady said, it is true that sometimes you may not know how great you are.
I know.
Understand? Yes, until somebody make you know that this is the type of person you are. So, Maiyegun, I want to thank you for all that you've been doing.
Thank you.
And
Adeza,
we look forward to a change in the country.
Well, we shall see. Baba, thank you so much for your time as well, okay? You have a good one.
Yeah, thank you.
Cheers, sir. That's Adeza, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, if you are still here with us, you needed to show that you are here. Like the broadcast, at least. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Well done, Maiyegun. Well done, sir.
Yes, sir. And who is this?
This is Lloyd.
Lloyd.
Well done, sir.
Baba, you decided to call today. I always see you in that comment section, right? You and others. How you be, Baba?
Baba, anyways, I greet you.
I greet you too. Thanks so much for joining us, right? Please.
Yeah, speaking of the comment section, I figured out I haven't been able to comment for some time now.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. Let's say one of your spanner guys.
You don't go offend them, Abi. You don't go say something when you say go. Don't make one of them knock spanner for your name there. Okay, I'll check it out. Okay. But I mean, come on.
I know.
When did that start? Like when did you notice that you couldn't comment anymore?
No, because you know when you comment sometimes and you refresh the comments, your comments supposed to pop up, but at some point I realized
no, that's YouTube. Yeah, sometimes it's like that. All right, and sometimes those comments don't load up until later as well.
No, actually, some of my other folks who they relate with, no can they like get my message and everything. So I figured out
they know they read
because it be like in one true emperor. That time we just they go rampage.
I'll check it out though, because you see, if they come out to you like that, right? What that means is that because I still see your comments. That's why I'm like, Leois, I think I've seen you very much, with other guys in the comment section, though, right? I'll check it out.
Yeah.
I'll check it out for you.
Like, I've been always trying to engage, and also I've been asked to say throughout this protest, nothing happened for Cross River State.
Something happened there too, but it was just like a fringes of protest, nothing major.
Man, I don't know what's up with all those South people though.
I do like saying the same feeling though. The same feeling like, if we do And then these people will not do anything when Bokwari was there. So they won't just, though it's not really a reasonable reason, right? But that's what most of them actually hinged on. Like if they help them come out if number now, now shitty man go be there. I don't know how that really work with them, but yeah, it out there is effect.
Some of my
Ono, what's that guy name again? Is it called Ono? What's that their governor again? Mr. Happy Hour. What's that his name again? From Cross River.
Who be the last governor? Ben Ayade. I don't know the president.
The one that succeeded Ayade now. No, this guy where they talk about Happy Hour. You know, say
Baba.
Yeah.
Ayade is from my local government in Obudu.
If you see so you are there when that Obudu ranch they active, Abi.
Actually, I was like based in Kaduna, but my father is from there. I've been there for some time, you know. Right. Obudu Katu ranch now. The past governor is from there. If you go to all those places now,
gone.
Organized abandonment, like.
But you see the road where they built for that Obudu ranch.
But not
the road where they live there, where it just wasted there now.
Nothing that happened there. A lot of resources just they go on tap, like nothing is going on. Economy is down, nothing is going on. That's why I ask, say, this my Southside people, I don't know. And fortunately now, me, I be Igbo Cross River person.
Right.
So some of my other guys now they don't want to join Biafra, but I'm like 100% for that.
Is that not where you have the car people? Where do you have the car people?
Yeah, I'm from Obudu in Cross River State. There are other local governments.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, my mom is from Imo State. So like me now, like top notch, like 100% Biafran.
Let's see, Baba.
For some of my other brothers, the confusion too much.
And now it's deliberate now. You know, this whole confusion was like political from all along. There are those who would rather not associate with it at all, simply because their parents said they shouldn't, and they didn't.
Even my parents, they fired them. My popsy, they tell me, say, make I pray for Nigeria.
Pray for Nigeria.
Anytime me and my popsy talk, they tell me, say, make we no talk politics. I'm like, okay.
I know they hear. You know, go agree for him, Abi.
No. I know they follow them. They talk all those. We are talking logical here, not come and pray.
Yeah.
Baba, thanks for answering.
No, thanks so much for dropping by. I appreciate that, man. Okay, you enjoy the rest of the day, but okay.
I'll call you from time to time.
Nice one. I'll go check that one out and see what happened. That your comment is not popping up. I'll check it out.
Appreciate it, Baba.
You have a good one, man. So that's Lloyd. Ladies and gentlemen, I have another caller, and this time around, I think it is Oda from Leeds. Is that you, Baba?
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
I'm fine. Well, this is Oda, yes. It's about this. Apparently, they said that there have been 11 websites where one can go into and get details on what the president is currently doing. 11 federal government initiatives that Nigeria should know about their website and how to register and all and like that. And I went through it. I just to
curious
one of them.
Yeah.
And, it's a real website, right? But so I'm not. One you only have to give it a try, even if we have any people, any person, cousins or family member back home who want to apply for loans or other things like student loan, consumer credit corporation, compressed natural gas, and because CNG initiative, digital and festival, and so on and so on. I'm not saying I totally believe this, because at the end of the day, there will be.
Yeah, I think I've seen few of them as well. All right, where they said that people should apply if you want to take loan. If you want to take a loan for business, if you want to take a loan for converting your car to CNG, stuffs like that. If you want to take the student loan and all that stuff, I think I saw those links a while back. Right, and that's what's that guy's name again? Shegun Dada. It was actually shared something like that. But what happened is that they are not. See, I'm not going to say they are 100% fake, but they are kind of a scam, right? That is first come first serve basis. So, like you said, right? People have nothing to lose. I would say, what kind of harm would it do you if you go there? If you are in Nigeria and you could take any of their money, because it's your money still. But how it works is that it's the first set of people that will get the money. There are those that they will use as the campaign to others and say about people who apply collected now, even though let's say 1 million people apply, for example, right? And then you get to give like about 20,000 people. You know, you can use that 20,000 people to drive and say 10 million people got paid. That's how they run it. But what do you have to do? So you have to apply. I'm going to go copy it and share it. I've seen it.
Yes, and yes, the whole idea, me mentioning this, is that if that is the case, why can't people just apply for it? And the ones that were, if you are being granted, you keep the record. Okay, I'm being granted. And the ones that are not being granted, they should also keep the record so that one can compare and, you know, compare it to.
I don't think it's a bad idea. You know, one thing is this.
Yes.
Even if it's a scam, okay, we know how they usually run it. All right. So if you make an application and they release the money to you, that could be money you need for your business on the side as well. Like in this Orogodion, that could be your own gain. It doesn't have to change who you are or how you see them. It's just still pretty much to say they are going to give out some to make few people feel like, you get, they mean well. And if you happen to be one of those that benefit that, of course, take it. I've even shared all the links there.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. And then, you know, about this bigotry, why, you know, Hausa, the Yoruba, after Igbo and all these things. And yesterday, I listened to one of the guys saying that, it is the nature of Igbo people to double cross them. Like, okay, if somebody said
that.
Yes, and then that if they want to rent a building or a house, and maybe it's for a certain price, and then later the Igbo person will go and then, so why would anybody see that as a direct attack on a certain tribe?
When that person was talking yesterday, when that person was talking yesterday, I wanted to kind of establish that, were you friends? Because if you are friends, that one has nothing to do with whether it's Igbo or you anything. That one is like betrayal of friendship, and that has nothing to do with anything, like whether it's Igbo, Yoruba, or anything. So if you say all of you are friends, you are in the same place, right? And then you went for some, that means you all agreed to go and do that thing. Okay? So why would you go back and say, don't do it with them, do it with me? When it's actually you want to, it's not like you want to collect a business. This is you want to actually rent a place. So that one has nothing to do with Igbo. It has a lot to do with the kind of friends you are. But again, I will just let people say what they think.
You see, I personally, my own dad had experience like that where, you know, it used to be like an importer and exporter. You know, he did that for a while. And then in Germany, back in Germany, he used to buy stuff in a certain place. But later on, he realized that the white person that used to sell him goods now tell him that, look, other people have come, and what you are offering is no longer enough. That you have to, you have to offer this $200 a month before you can get. So, which, of course, we know that everybody knows that this is how Igbo people. I'm not disrespecting anybody here, but that's how they operate when it comes to wanting to control the market, wanting to, so that the more they buy the whole thing, the less other people will have say. They won't be able so they will be able to control the market, right?
Okay.
I just see it like a business strategy, right? It doesn't mean that Igbo people are bigots or whatever, but that's just the way they operate. It's just like Chinese people. There's no way you can ever see within the Chinese people. That's why the Chinese people, they always gather where they live. They have Chinatown. They have places like so. It is not
just to protect
only
this or that. Okay.
Yes. So and
hold on.
if
Thank you.
if
Go on, sorry. You want to finish that? I thought you were done.
Before if Nigeria doesn't recognize, I mean, if they think that bigotry is a risk, so why can't we simply just base our talk on that because of this, let's go our different ways, because there's no way we can accept each other.
I mean, if
and
we keep going this way,
I tell you, this thing will continue. Yeah, there won't be end to it. It will only get worse, I tell you. Yeah. So, that's just my take for today. Thank you for listening.
I know.
And
So,
I wish you all the best.
thank you so much for that. I am going to take another one, but I think I actually want to take a short break as well. I feel so thirsty, and I believe that what I need is a cold. You see, this tea is becoming too warm. So what I need is a cold juice to go. Just go through my system. So give me a sec, okay? I'm just going to take that from my fridge. Thank you very much for that. Our money, they throat me, man. Gosh, that felt good. I have another call on the line here. Hello.
Maiyegun General.
Yes, sir. Baba.
Maiyegun General.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Baba. God go bless you, Baba.
Amen. And you too.
This information where they give us, God go bless you.
Amen. And you too.
Baba, the one way this one, waiting the Thiefnubu go do for Equatorial Guinea.
I see the wonder. That's what I was wondering. When I saw them say that they celebrated and signed an oil contract, I was like, I don't understand. The Equatorial Guinea itself get their own oil. Nigeria get oil. What's all this?
Baba, those people not see waiting they happen for Nigeria.
That they see on a dictator they there too. The guy don't dey power for like about 30 years or 40 years. So.
And himself, I mean, they won't go legalize their drug.
And now, what do you expect?
Baba,
what do you expect? Let's maybe can't take over
Baba,
government in another place.
It is surprise me. They say they won't talk about how to make Africa better. About this trade now.
Who and who go they run the drug trade? Anybody where they capture, you know they click with that.
Baba, this Africa, we need to wake up. Make this thing make everybody just separate. Make we go our way. May they know they carry us a play again. Baba, this is not tire also. Baba, God will bless you. I beg, carry on the do what they do.
You take it.
But one day we will know whether Cross River like make them protest. They know like as that my brother asked. You get time where you go reach. This breakfast go reach everybody.
And they're not gonna tell anybody. That one.
Baba, make I leave another person. Make him talk. I beg.
Thank you so much, Baba. You have a good one, okay? They know they tell the person, tell the person. They know they tell the person. You see, those who can still afford to pay 850 naira, 1,000 naira per liter for petrol, they are still going to tell you, oh, just give them small time. Maybe they need just more time. And every other kind of excuse that they can give. But if it touch you, Baba, you go react. Here. Hello.
Maiyegun.
Yes, sir. Baba.
Long time.
Oh, sorry. I actually thought I missed something there. I wanted you to repeat that. Okay. Baba, how you doing now?
Man, I did, my brother. So, yeah, just a look. When you look everywhere for Nigeria, injustice, everywhere, oppression. And the biggest oppressors, why would they talk in our government?
You know.
Look this scenario. Importer go import something come Nigeria. You go pay custom officers. Now then give you duty. You go pay duty finish. You clear your goods. You go to carry your goods, they go from Lagos to go eastern part of the country. The same thing, the same goods when you clear, they go seize them for road.
Again.
Custom go seize them for road. From Lagos to Delta State, more than 12 checking points of custom. Nigeria are the only country. I don't travel.
I deal with you.
I see customs for road.
Away from
they do checking points. Okay. They say importers they should pay. If importers they should pay and do not want clean on a mess, why are they not clean on a mess on a port?
Before you let them out.
Before you let them out. If you come out these people office for Ikeja, you go see people motor everywhere. Motor, then when you come out through Tinker, all these people don't go confiscate people motor for road.
Back them for another compound. They charge them again.
They charge them again. Can you imagine motor where you don't give agent 9 million, 10 million, 15 million to clear? It come out from Nigeria port. You they drive your motor, they go. The same customer where you pay to for port, go seize your motor again for road. Bring them again back to the Ikeja terminal to ask you to come pay another 15 million again.
I'm going to tell you, say
if
the
you
document where the office gave you, no be that one you go take, if you want your car to move, another one day where you go pay for. In the same system. In the same system.
The same system. They go tell you, when you talk, they go tell you, say, national payment. My question for them, every custom officers then get number where they tell they release motor for that gate. The officer when he release that motor, one hour for short payment. Una don't arrest them.
Short payment. Short payment for waiting, for clearance or waiting.
They say that short payments for clearance now. They make them they go to confiscate people motor road.
Or people where they record the money where they collect.
Not okay, Maiyegun. For example, you import to come Nigeria now, right? China custom officer and I go give you the duty where they go pay.
Who's supposed to give them?
So the same custom officer give you duty, go pay this money. You go pay this money. They release motor for Tinker. Now they drive motor, they go your location. The same custom officers again go hold the motor, carry and go their Ikeja office, go for there. So the problem just too much. And these things, they discourage even people when they want to come into business. Man.
Because who won't go risk all everything they get,
Yeah. If this happen to you 1-2 times, man, you go begin to think, say, look, now wrong place there, they put my money.
You get?
I need to advise myself before Nigeria use BP take kill me. It's just crazy, man. It's just crazy.
And it is the same story
if you
every
like,
now
carry
and
lawyer go that place. If you carry lawyer go that place, you will say that your lawyer when you carry go that place, they useless. Custom not go come court. Custom go still win case. If your lawyer go there misbehave, they go beat your lawyer for your presence. That is how bad when this thing dey.
A total
God like to help us for the full country. Banana Republic. Banana Republic. All these things are going on. They don't want you to talk. Anything they are serving, anything they are teaching you, these people don't want you to talk.
No.
Everybody now move for Nigeria. But I promise Nigeria one thing. The real riot, when go take on these people, they come. And that one, they're not going to announce them.
You not go there announce, of course. People are already
not go there announce.
At all.
He not go there announce. Because these people don't so push everybody to the wall. Push everybody to the wall. They don't so excuse everybody. Maiyegun, make you stay well. Thanks for all the good job, man. You too much, Baba.
Okay, and for this information you share, so a day out there now, so people can't pretend that they've never heard of this or they've never seen it before. Now they do. Thank you so much. Okay, you have a good one, Baba.
Yes, Baba. You too much.
Bye, man. Thank you very much. You too. So that's a good one. See, if everybody has a chance of telling us their experience in the hands of those who are supposed to uphold the Nigerian law. You see, me when they call them criminals, sometimes you go to sound like I am too harsh. Maiyegun, you are so too harsh. That was so too blunt. It's not all of them. Do you think I don't know that it's not all of them? We are talking about a system. You are talking to me about there is one or two of them who are good. Are you okay? That one or two people that you think they are good, they are insignificant. And maybe they are good to you. You see those ones that are horrible, the criminals that you've seen, they are good to some other people too. All those criminals hiding behind the government agencies and all of that stuff to perpetuate their extortion, their criminality, like bribery taking, intimidation, bullying towards extortion and stuff like that. They are also good people to some people. But the entire system allowed them to continue to carry out that kind of horrible criminality. So that's why the system is the problem. So if you have a system that makes it difficult for people like those to shortchange the government or shortchange the citizens, and think about the ease that you're going to even have. You go to the custom to clear your goods. Everything is fine. You paid all the charges and everything. Exorbitant charges. Then you want to take your stuff to your destination only to face another problem. Checkpoint, police checkpoint, Agbero checkpoint, custom checkpoint, immigration checkpoint, NSADC checkpoint, soldier checkpoint, Kilo Day, DSS checkpoint. You will even see the vigilante checkpoint. On top waiting. In that same contraption, everybody go collect along the way. That is, that's a system that is, they have a name for it too. It's one parasitic system. Sure, you get that now. Parasites. When parasites are just feeding fat on their host. Number one, parasites would never, ever belly full. Parasite, they are parasites. You don't even know where they are keeping everything they are trying to eat from you. They're keeping it. You will never see it. And most of those who work as a government agent in Nigeria are just systemic parasites. A guy was sharing his, listen to this one. A young guy was sharing his experience. This guy now lives in the US. But before moving to the US, he said back in Nigeria, they had this guy in their area. You see this person, they just kind of feel like he's a rich man who have so many businesses. Sure you get. But nobody really knows his business. But they shall know he get businesses. So every day, he's always there to buy drinks for area boys. Everybody where they around, they go buy drink, they go drink. Then allow yourself go drink, get drunk, and go home. But it's because he always buy drinks for everybody, and he drives a nice car. He has a a nice house that he built in the area. So they categorically just feel like he's doing well. He's a rich guy, but nobody knows his business per se. So it was later that this guy now realized that, this guy no be anything. It's just like a front for some of the criminals who are running things in Nigeria. All those government officials, politicians, civil servants, and the rest of them, that they needed people to front for them and make them look like they are legit. Sure you get now. For example, now if they say they want to steal 10 billion naira from Lagos, they can just give the job to a printing press. And Egbon is a printing press, Abi. So he will have a lot of money, but he's just keeping the money for some people. Keeping it for them in his name. He has so much money, but he can't really spend it. He has so much secrets. All of this, they do money. I mean, there's the contract for road, a contract for hospital, contract for school, a contract for this or that, awarded, but they were never done. And you're asking yourself, who are those who collected the money? That was what some of these that you see in your area. Those ones who always put on palm slippers, and they will put on this their native, maybe this Ankara, Guinea, all this fancy native wear, and they're always like looking fresh. You see them in the area, they drive latest cars, but you don't really know what they do. Sometimes they even travel abroad, they go everywhere, because their job is actually to launder money for the criminals who are looting Nigeria. But you see them in your area, you think, Egbon, he get money, he get money, die. But he doesn't have any money, he's a criminal, an unhappy one that is just holding for some other known criminals, but they can't really get to let you know that they are the ones taking this money like that. So that guy was sharing that and said that, that it was later that they realized that he had few friends too who were in that category of business, like Gandollar, all this Selegbo and all of that. They're always going to Abuja or going to America or going to London, blah, blah. And it's a lie. They are into money laundering for criminal politicians. I think I can still take one or two more calls though. Sure, you understand that. So you have them everywhere too. Okay. They have no real job. They front for politicians. You don't know they are the ones who are actually helping the criminals to move their money. But you still see them in the area. They buy you drinks. They buy you food. They buy you this. That's most they can buy you. They are unhappy. They themselves need to get drunk, like drunk, just to kind of drown the sorrow, drown the secrets, drown a lot of things that is pretty much like a death on their head. Big men, we don't get any business, but they will tell you there on paper, you will see them with many businesses, but they know they get address. I think you know some of them. Or are you one of them? Have you enjoyed it and you ran away from Nigeria? Here, I have another caller here. Hello.
Hi, Uncle Maiyegun. Aduke.
Aduke. How are you this afternoon there?
I don't know. I'm not okay,
What happened today?
It's just, listening to the whole show today, I really felt overwhelmed. But then I had to fight that energy.
Yes, you need to.
And I also, yes, and I wanted to encourage everybody that change is not 24 hours.
No.
I
Change
think
is a
religion
process.
is a process, and I think religion makes Nigerian thinks that change is a miracle. Change is not a miracle. Change is a process. It's a plan. And I was reading I went on Oxford News and I typed in, how does political change happen? And I would like to read this out just to encourage everybody. It says that social change refers to changes in the political or economic context of societies, which affect the vast majority of the population. So major sources of change is in culture, technology, environment, and social conflict. So that there lets us all know that there's at least 4 pillars of the Nigerian environment that will have to change. So we have to look at changing the culture, we have to look at changing technology, changing the environment, and the social conflict. The change we all want, it isn't going to happen in a day. And I think if we can all commit to playing our role in the change, we can prepare ourselves for the big change.
That means preparation means, opportunity will meet preparation. People need to be mentally prepared for the kind of change they want to see, so that when it comes, right, it won't even be strange to them or get rejected. I like that.
This is it. And I think what's happening is when I listen to a lot of conversations around Nigeria, and everyone's like, oh, it's never going to change. Yeah, because you're expecting a 24-hour change. But if we understand that, if we can all do the incremental changes and prepare ourselves for the big change. For example, when I hear people calling in and saying, you have to break Nigeria. Okay, we break Nigeria today. There's not enough leaders that you can trust.
And I think a lot of people are even missing that. They are not thinking of that, you see, if we break up Nigeria as it is right now, right, we are going to have to inherit the same citizens that have been so conditioned, right, to believe that there was nothing wrong for people in the public office to take
exactly.
Like it's nothing wrong. Like if na you, if it's you, won't you do it? So we cannot take such citizens or such people into a new country without having trouble.
Exactly.
That's why
so if everyone's saying break Nigeria, okay, who's going to lead Yoruba land? Do you know how Yoruba land has a lot of
all these greedy, selfish scums, right?
Yeah,
I think so.
No, so we all need to start thinking in that way. Okay,
we have to.
So we can't get rid of Thiefnubu in one day. Okay, what are the other areas? What can I get involved in? What are the policy protests? What are the schools that I can open? So, for example, we're very much all individuals. You're sending money to one sister in Nigeria. What about sending money to the school in the community so that more of the children can understand the policies of their city or of their town?
That's why you need to join Yoruba Union, because that's what we call ourselves, the intervention team, right? I told people this. Why don't you just say you want to do charity? I said, well, that's your business. If it is charity to you, then fine. We need, right, to hold the hand of our people. We need to stop telling them what to do. We need to show them.
Yeah.
Get that now. We need to stop telling people, do this, do that. All of you do this. So that we need to show them. We need to hold their hand if we have to. Hold their hands, right? And show them what to be done. Then if nobody is ready to do that, we will do it. No matter how long it takes. That's the
And the reality is, but we're not doing that. We're sending money to build houses. We're all trying to build our individual, utopia, but you're making Nigeria worse by doing that.
That's right.
Because you're teaching people in Nigeria, Don't forget about everybody else. At least it's individualistic. So the change is never going to happen. It's almost like we're talking to make ourselves feel good.
You know,
they love to tell Michael.
Hardly is anybody want to do the hard work. Okay, let me give you an example. Right?
Yes, sir.
I remember that the reason why I kind of had to double down and tell people, please stop telling people that this protest is not going to work is this, right? We all meet here all the time. I mean, the one I'm aware of, I don't know where else all of you go to after here, right? But we meet here all the time and we discuss about these things all the time. We have all these great ideas on our phones, right? Great. But ideas actually build, they say idea builds society, no doubt, okay? But there are some people still have to do those ideas. I mean, like carry them out. So that's why I was like, you see, when we saw those people who stood up and said, we're hungry and bad governance and stuff, so I said, you know what, just give them that credit. Give them some kudos. Because there are so many who have been talking and talking and talking. They want other people to do it. Stand up and fight. Why can't you? I mean, I wish this Nigerian can just start and face these people. Then they stood up. We shouldn't shut them down. You get what I mean? It is the hardest job to do. People love to come here. See, people that there's so many times that I would have probably been, I don't know if I would have turned it to a joke to some of you now. I would have become a most dreaded person to some of you that you just have to kind of like me. There are people who felt like I should be coming here and be asserting authority on people that I don't even see. Nobody wants to do that groundwork. That if you want to liberate people, you cannot liberate the people that don't feel like they are in bondage. People need to feel like they are in bondage. They need to feel like they are enslaved. They need to want to be free before you can now say, yes, we want to free our people. When you don't feel like that, you are on your own. You are just making yourself feel good. Because last, you realize that you are on your own or just few handful people are with you. So the hardest work is to actually get these people involved. Give them reasons, right, to want to stand and fight. If nobody will do it for them, then make yourself available. That's what we are doing now. And we believe that if we have the sizable number of the population who now knows what government responsibility means, and now you can actually get them to do what you want. Then watch how I'm going to come out here and begin to say, tomorrow, we need 2 million people out of the streets in Yoruba land. And you go be like, it will just be like I actually put something in my mouth to command them. No, I haven't. We are doing the groundwork now. Getting used and getting closer to the people, discussing all these things, intervening.
Information,
You get what I mean now?
And I like to, if you don't mind me making a point.
Sure, please, go on now. Sorry.
It's okay. I love hearing your perspective and I appreciate you.
Thanks,
you said something, Uncle Maiyegun, when you said ideas are, what makes a change.
Yes.
Let me kindly clarify that. Ideas do not make any change. Implementation. The implementation of ideas. Let me give you an example. When Mark Zuckerberg started Facebook, do you know that the first 6 years he didn't make any money?
That's right. That's right.
He didn't make any. There was no money coming in.
Nothing.
Facebook was able to sustain itself because of investors. And in those 6 years, they were creating the plan. They were testing things out. In a startup, you test something. If it doesn't work, we try something else. We call it agile, right?
Yes.
So how come Nigerians we don't want to implement. We just want to talk.
Yeah. Just want things happen now. And if somebody says we need to plan it, this one is not serious. We need somebody else. Somebody that can tell us that, tomorrow we are doing it tomorrow. Next week
we're doing it tomorrow.
This. That's when they want
to they're not going to be involved. And something else I noticed, I think there's one of the statements you said I really liked. You said that Nigerians want to be everybody's hero. Because if you said, Uncle Maiyegun, let us raise money to distribute food. Maiyegun, let me give you money. So we want to be a hero. But we don't want to do the actual work.
Exactly.
I don't know what the Yoruba is for that. Is it a shared? Like we don't want to do the work.
It's mostly volunteering, right? Look at yourself, Aduke. Let's say, Aduke, you are going to Nigeria in October, right? and you are a member of the Yoruba Union, for example, and then you go on and check and realize that we've got some volunteering stuff to do, community engagements to do, outreaches to do in October. And then you look at your own schedule and you look at the unions and programs and you say, you know what? I think I can participate in 2 of your programs when I'm in Nigeria. How can I volunteer, please? And we say, well, put down your name. You get that?
Yeah.
So when you get to Nigeria, all you have to do is what? Go to those locations, right? Meet other people there as volunteers. You are coming from the UK. It won't really matter then because you are a Yoruba participating. That's what we want to get people to do. We want people to be involved beyond just contributing money and using your money to help. No, you have a chance, okay? If you are a doctor, if you are in the medical field, for example, and then we decided, you have decided, oh, the union is planning a medical outreach, for example. And you're like, well, I'm a medical doctor. I could join the team and carry out all the, say, oh, great, thank you. Then we can brag and say, we've got 16 medical practitioners from different fields of the medical field, right? Joining our outreach in October. Now, we don't have to pay any dime to use. You are volunteering.
Yeah.
You get that?
That's it.
So the union can provide other materials for that, but you are a doctor. She's, doctor. That one is this and that. And we put all these resources together. All of you are now meeting our people right there in the remotest of the remotest village of Yoruba land. Do you see what that connection is going to be for you? An experience is going to be for you, somebody like yourself, when you return back to the UK. Because now you've had first-hand contact with the people. You've tested them. You've interacted with them. Now, as a Yoruba person yourself, there is always going to be that connection, something that will make you want to go back.
Yes.
That is what the union is creating. We are creating a community, a community of Yorubas who are like going to be really, really involved in things we discuss all the time. We intend to actually have, if you are a teacher, for example, or you are, you have this stuff for teaching, and you are in Nigeria, you are in Yoruba land, you could volunteer to participate in our teaching programs, right?
Programs,
and say, oh, Aduke will be in Nigeria for 3 weeks. She's dedicating one of such week to teach at Methodist Secondary School, Abeokuta.
Yeah.
And then you'll be there teaching English language. That's an experience for you. You get to see the children. You get to see other things that we won't probably see. And you report back and say, when I was there, they didn't have any, they didn't have any better toilets. They had so is not really good. And the union will say, oh, great. Maybe we should go fix that. So we want to get involved. So that when people talk about us, they talk about us like in present, like we are there. Then we'll go after those who have kept them in this position for long. So we need people to actually have an idea of what it is. To, you know what I mean now? To go after. But we don't want to tell them, go and do this. We want to show them. You will see it. You will see.
Yeah.
You're on it already anyway. Okay. I'm giving you your own instances now where you can volunteer though when it comes to
I'm ready. I need to sign up. I'll sign up this weekend.
You have to. We need more people who have all this kind of thing that, your free time. Okay, you know what? I'm going to join. I'm going to go teach people how to I want to have to teach children some level of, how to use application to solve problems for themselves.
Yeah.
So I'm going to teach them how to develop apps. Then you go to Nigeria, we put them together. You give this training for free. Now that's knowledge, passing knowledge to people, right? And at the same time, you yourself having one-on-one contact with the people. Okay? That's what we are building. Yeah, we are on it. We've done it already. Yeah. If you go on to Maiyegun's Diary Political, search for Yoruba Union videos. It be Mama Jacobi supporting videos. You will see all the people we have actually really, really supported. Before we finally say, you know what? Let's bring more people together and get this done.
Yeah.
And we have a way ahead. Something you will actually really like. I mean, Aduke.
Yeah, I agree. And I think, imagine if we're all involved. I think that's just a sad night. And I think majority of Nigerians, if you grew up in Nigeria, you might not even have the mentality to understand what it takes to be involved.
So we
because like my friends,
you know what I mean? That's why I say that we need to, if we have to hold their hands, right, to show them.
Yeah.
I think we are over the time of telling them what to do anymore. You need to stand up. You need to stand up and fight. We need to stop telling them. We need to start showing them.
Thank you, Uncle. Thank you for your time.
Okay.
See you soon.
Thank you so much.
Bye,
have
Uncle.
a good one, okay? And please share up, okay? Share up. So that's Aduke, ladies and gentlemen. My time is now, and I am going to save the rest of my time so that we can possibly have a longer chat this evening. I've got a replay coming up after this broadcast, okay? I encourage everyone to join Yoruba Union if you're a Yoruba person. I don't care about your political lineage. Oh, okay? I don't care about that. Just don't come into our midst with bigotry and the rest. We will not let that happen. You won't even have that space. As a Yoruba person, there's so much to be done. It is time for us to stop telling people what to do alone. So we need to begin to show them how to do it. And it is the hardest of all jobs. People love to command. And tell everybody, stand up. Sit down. Yes. It's working. Stand up. Sit down. No, that's not my own thing. Okay? And that is not the thing of the unionists that I'm part of. The unionists believe in volunteering. We decided to come together, pull our resources together in order to see how much of this can be used in trying to save our people from the dungeon or this, the cesspit of, systemic poverty and backwardness. So we realized that no amount of talk will change that. The criminal politicians believe that they've taken over everything. So we all need to volunteer. We need to volunteer, and a platform whereby all those resources can be put to use is Yoruba Union. Igbimo Majeko Baje Ile Yoruba. That's our real name. Igbimo Majeko Baje Ile Yoruba. Thank you so much, everyone, for this afternoon. I will see you later this evening, hopefully. But if you joined us at midway of this broadcast, remember you can watch this from the start again. But if you are with me all through and you missed last night's broadcast, it's coming up next. Now, there's going to be a replay coming up next. I will see you all later. Good afternoon.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun dayari Mayebi number one. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun dayari Mayebi number one. Maiyegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Maiyegun dayari Mayebi number one. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Maiyegun dayari Mayebi number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí. Maiyegun dayari Mayebi number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun dayari Mayebi number one. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Maiyegun máa wí. Maiyegun dayari Mayebi number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun dayari Mayebi number one. Maiyegun dayari political. Maiyegun dayari Mayebi number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun. Maiyegun dayari Mayebi number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Maiyegun dayari Mayebi number one. Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun dayari Mayebi number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gómìnà kówó jẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. ayé ìṣúra kì. ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá ayé ìṣúra kì. aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o ayé ìṣúra kì. òkúrọ̀ olóṣèlú ayé ìṣúra kì. ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súnra kì. ayé ìṣúra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o àyè.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹ̀rùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súnra kì o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.